Hello everyone. This webinar will cover how to manage lab results that fail to link to a patient's chart. This process is important because although we work with labs that send results directly into Nextech, sometimes those results fail to link to the patient chart. So the results remain in Nextech waiting to be linked. And by learning how to find these results and how to link them to charts, you'll avoid wasted time in making calls to the lab for results that are already accessible to you. So that said, let's get started. As you know, tracking your lab results should start here at the Labs Needing Attention list. And looking through this list, I've identified that a case has been pending results for more than 5 days. So I should really investigate further into this delay. Now, the first step in investigating is not to call the receiving lab to report a missing result. That would be premature at this point because it's possible that this result is in Nextech, just waiting to be linked to this chart. So to find out, I'll open to the links module, which is right here. And before I do that, I'll just make note of the patient's name so that I can search for it. So let's click on the links module and click on the Receive Labs tab. And what I'm looking at is all of the lab results received into Nextech that fail to attach to patient charts. So by clicking on the patient name column here, I'm able to search for results by patient name. And if you already forgot the spelling of that patient's name, you can easily look it up by using a shortcut on your keyboard. So hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and then the Tab key, and that brings up your Labs Needing Attentions list, and you can quickly glance at the spelling of that name. So let's search for it. I'm just going to click into this box and notice how I'm searching by first name and then last name. So here's the result I'm looking for. I'm going to double click on it and it brings it over to the right side. And I'll click on this Receive Labs button to link this result to the patient's chart. Nextech will tell me that linking this result is an action that cannot be undone and ask me if I want to continue. I'll say yes. And the result was successfully committed. Now, there are cases in which you will have to call the lab, and that would be, of course, if you search in the links module and the result is not there. It's likely that that result is in fact delayed for another reason, and calling the lab or emailing the lab will get you your answer. And this is the process for looking up results that you may at first think are missing. But if you just think one step further to look into this links tab, you'll save yourself a lot of time. There's nothing more disruptive than having to make a call and interrupt your workflow in the middle of a busy day. And to look at it from the lab team's perspective, every call that gets answered is actually delaying another specimen from being processed. So it's really a disruption to multiple teams, and understanding this process will help eliminate a lot of that disruption.